I'm back in my kitchen in Sheboygan, Wisconsin with my dog Arlo hanging out, and I am back for another really quick, easy recipe. And today's recipe is something a little bit special. It's actually like kicked up mac and cheese, and I think with what we're all going through right now, mac and cheese can be so comforting. It's also kid-friendly, and this feels a little bit fancier than the ordinary mac and cheese, but it is super duper easy breezy. In fact, it's a one skillet wonder, which means one pan to wash when you're all done. Thumbs up for that. So the other thing I love about this recipe is you may have a ham left over from Easter. It's a great way to use it up. We had a beautiful ham, and there were just two of us, so I've been trying to turn that ham into some great leftover recipes. And that's another great tip. Secret is to try and cook once and use it for a few different meals. You know, we're all doing so much cooking now that we're stuck home, and you know, it can be a lot. I get it. So I'm all about sharing quick, easy recipes that can make your life a little easier. I'm cooking from my home, live on Facebook every single day, and I thank you so much for joining me every day. You've just meant the world to me. So I love it when you share my recipes, when you give me the thumbs up, when you give me a wow, and you let me know how your day's going. So, all right, let's jump right into the recipe, and then I'll tell you a little bit about my day. And what I love about this recipe, it literally is to the table in like 15 minutes or less. And I've teamed up with Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin to do some really delicious, easy breezy, cheesy recipes over the next few weeks that I think you're really gonna dig. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna get the sauce going. And again, this is a one skillet wonder, so we're doing it all in one skillet. Love that. I love cooking, you know that, and cooking is a great way to relieve stress, but not a huge fan of doing the dishes. You get my drift. So one dish to wash is a beautiful thing. So the recipe starts out with 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. Now, if you can't find cream of chicken, or if what you have in your pantry is a can of cream of chicken and a can of cream of celery, it's really, you know, you can mix it up. Our recipe is just a guide. We've gone over that before. So basically, you know, you can use what you have in your pantry, and that's what I'm trying to do. And we do go to the grocery store, and you see a few different, you know, cans of cream, mushroom, cream of chicken, cream of celery. Buy a couple. I'm not saying buy the whole aisle out, but keeping a stocked pantry and keeping things in your fridge is really going to help make your life a little easier with what we're all going through. So 2 cans of cream of chicken, or again, you can mix it up with a cream of celery, a cream of mushroom, or 1 can of each. You got it. Then we're going to add 2 cups of milk. Some Dijon mustard. This makes this delicious sauce. And sometimes homemade mac and cheese can be a little labor intensive with the flour and the roux. That's another reason I love this recipe. It comes together in no time flat. All right, now I'm going to add a little bit of Dijon mustard, just a touch. You don't need a whole ton, about a tablespoon. And if you don't have Dijon, you can leave it out or just use whatever mustard you have. Mustard really works well in this sauce, and it works well with the cheese we're going to use and the ham, of course. And then I'm going to add a little bit of a dry white wine. Again, this is just a guide. You can completely leave the white wine out if you don't have it. You don't have to buy a really expensive wine. This is just a California Chardonnay. Even those little teeny bottles of wine work great. So I'm going to bring this to a simmer, and I think I'm going to put the lid on it, and I'm going to talk a minute about the cheese we're using. So the cheese we're using is a really special cheese, and I love supporting Wisconsin dairy farmers. And this is a Carr Valley baby Swiss cheese. And what makes it so special is, first of all, I love Swiss cheese, but the cheesemaker himself, his name is Sid Cook. And he has actually won more top national and international awards than any other cheesemaker in North America. He's a 4th generation Wisconsin cheesemaker. Get this, he actually received his cheesemaking license when he was just 16 years old. He now operates 4 different cheese plants in Wisconsin and 8 retail cheese stores. So, you know, some of the retail cheese stores in your area may be open, and that's a great way to support our Wisconsin dairy farmers. Otherwise, in the specialty cheese section of your grocery store, you can find a lot of wonderful Wisconsin cheeses. And you know they're from Wisconsin because they've got a little stamp right here that says proudly cheese Wisconsin, and that's how you know that you're supporting our wonderful Wisconsin dairy farmers. And it's really fun. We've got a little extra time, you know, because we're stuck home, to try some of the wonderful different cheeses out there. This recipe uses a delicious Swiss cheese, and Swiss cheese, of course, is known for the holes. It's a semi-hard cheese. It melts really well. It's buttery. It's kid-friendly. It's great on a grilled cheese. It's great in mac and cheese. I love it just out of hand with some grapes. It's great on our charcuterie board, or a cheese board, which is really on trend right now, to just put out some different cheeses and meats and call it a party in your own home, even if it's just for two. So anyway, this is, and it melts beautifully too. So let's get back to our sauce here. And as I said, this comes together so quickly. So this starts to simmer a little bit. And again, this is just the cream soup, the milk, Dijon mustard, and a little bit of dry white wine. If you don't have the wine, don't want to use the wine, add a little extra milk. You can add some chicken stock, or even a little bit of water. Now to this, we're going to add, this is 1 box of pasta. I happen to use the shell pasta just because it's cute, and I think the kids will love it, and it's something a little bit special. It's very budget friendly. It's like $1 a box. Elbow macaroni would work. Penne pasta would work. Rotini, whatever pasta you have. And again, that's one of my tips and tricks, is trying to keep things like pastas, dried beans, canned tomatoes, things like that in your pantry. And then you can pull dinner out of a hat in no time. So I am going to add about 1 to 2 cups of just diced ham. Again, we had some leftover ham from Easter, but even if you don't have ham, you can pick up, and by the way, it's on sale right now, you know, because so many people didn't do a big ham at Easter, so you might be able to get a really great deal on it. But even just ham from the deli, or a ham steak diced up, that would work great too. And you don't need loads of it. That's the other reason I love this One Skillet Wonder, is because it's all in here. You've got it all right here. You don't have to do a bunch of different side dishes. For the vegetable, I'm using, this is just frozen broccoli. And it's a great way to kind of squeeze some broccoli into a recipe. It's really bright and colorful and spring-like. And you don't even need to cook the broccoli. You can just throw it in here. It's partially frozen, and it's going to cook along with the rest of this. If you notice it needs a little bit more liquid, just add a little bit more milk. And you notice how the broccoli is nice and bright green? That is a beautiful thing. Keeping those vegetables nice and bright green makes them much more kid and adult friendly. Nobody likes brown, mushy vegetables. So again, using them right from the frozen state is a way to keep them nice and green, because we're not overcooking them. And then we talked about this wonderful cheese. I love grating cheese myself, just with a box grater. Everybody has one of these. It melts so much nicer. And again, we're supporting our local dairy farmers, and we're trying some different cheeses. So at this point, we're just going to throw a couple of cups of the Swiss cheese right over the top. And then I'm just going to cover it just for a second or two, and that cheese will just melt right on top. And this is so yummy, super quick fix. Anybody can make this, something a little different for dinner. And while we're all stuck home, it's really nice to change things up, get out of your recipe rut, try something new. A lot of really delicious recipes like this, not only on my website, but wisconsincheese.com if you're looking for some cheesy, delicious recipes. I love hearing what you're making for dinner tonight, what you were up to. The big excitement at our house today was, and I posted a video on Instagram and on Facebook, and you can just follow me on Instagram, thecookingmom.com. And I posted a video. We gave Arlo, the dog, when I was ordering his dog food. I decided, yeah, you know, it's probably about time he gets a new dog toy. His dog toy, you don't even want to see it. It was chewed to shreds. So ordered him a new dog toy, and it came last night, and this morning we gave it to him, and it was like a kid on Christmas. It was really darn cute. Made me smile today. So what made you smile today? I love hearing what's getting you through the day, what's making you smile, what you're making for dinner. I love hearing what you're watching on Netflix or Hulu or whatever you're watching. We're all one big community, and now more than ever. So thank you so much for watching every day. All right, here we go. It is Skillet pasta ham Swiss time. A one skillet wonder. That cheese is starting to melt. And I had a little bit of fresh parsley left over from Easter. If you don't have it, just leave it out. Not a big deal. If you have dried parsley, just to put a little green on the top, just kind of decorate it up. And then maybe serve this with a salad, some fruit, some bread, and you've got a delicious one skillet wonder that was to the table really in 15-20 minutes or less. So that's it. I am out of time. I want to let you go enjoy your afternoon. I will be hanging out here on Facebook for the next 15-20 minutes or so. If you want to chat, if you want to let me know what you're up to. I love chatting with you every day. And again, you can get this recipe on my website, thecookingmom.com, but loads of really great, cheesy, delicious recipes at wisconsincheese.com too. So I hope you all will support our Wisconsin dairy farmers. We really need to, now more than ever. Take care, and we'll see you back here in my kitchen tomorrow, same time, 3:30. Have a great day, everybody.